We are here with Nigel Sylvester. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me, dude.
Can you talk to me about, before you had your own sneakers, what would you wear to bike?
Well, when I first signed to Nike, I was signed to Nike 6.0, which was a collection of action sport athletes to kind of make this team up. It was everything from bike riding, or BMX riding, to snowboarding, skiing, surfing. It was just a bunch of sports together. Sure. And at that point in time, like when I signed there, I was rocking the Nike Maverick. It was a vulcanized, very simple shoe. And I rode in that for a few years. And then the program kind of switched over to Nike SB, and I was signed underneath that. And at that point in time, I started to rock Dunks a lot.
Yeah.
I was rocking Dunks like every day.
Yeah.
And prior to signing to the Nike program, I was a fan of the Nike Dunk SB. It was a shoe I rocked. I actually remember like buying a pair for my high school prom after party. Yeah. It was like the T19 ones, okay. the all blue joints. Yeah. I think I bought them from Supreme or something like that. Yeah. Loved them, but always been a fan of the brand, supported the brand.
So you were a fan and sort of experiencing that explosion like in the early 2000s of that SB, the collaborations, all that sorts of stuff.
No, of course, yeah. It was something like, you know, like prior to like social media exploding, you know what I mean? Like, and people having to still like discover that, yeah. You know, like where I would go out to shop in Soho and stuff like that and didn't know what I would find, but I would always like find something cool and like bring it back like, oh man, these are super dope. And sure. I just really like enjoyed sneakers in general, you know, and kind of just like the process of going to go find them, how I throw them down, how I lace them up, how they feel when I ride in them, like just everything about them, you know. I'm a kid from Queens and I had a dream to be a professional bike rider, and once I like achieved that dream, once I like turned professional, I was like, oh, this is amazing. I was like, man, now I want to truly express what it is that I grew up doing and what it is that I enjoy doing. Yeah. You know, traveling and family and just style, everything like New York City has shown me, and things that I've grown to love. I'm just trying to like put those things back out.
Your SB Dunk was pretty neutral, right? It was like a bunch of black textures with the silver swoosh. And then these are, I feel like, a whole new level of innovation. How did you feel like you could open up and sort of explore a new way of creating a shoe? When
we did my Dunk, that was probably like four years ago, and I was like, man, that was a moment for me. Right. You know, like cool down, getting an official shoe that's gonna drop and release in stores and stuff like that. And I worked with DJ Clark Kent on that shoe, and we did an all black nubuck, and then we did like the silver swoosh on the outside and did safari print on the eyelids and with like a gum bottom, and like I was so excited to get that shoe. You know, I was like, man, this is gonna be crazy. You know, to be like the first BMX rider to have a signature SB Dunk, and that was wild. And then we took some time, and between that time and now, I would say, I had that moment to reflect and say, cool, if I was to get another shoe, what would it be? And for the past few years, I've been riding the Jordan 1s like super heavy. You know, it's by far my favorite shoe. It's a shoe that I can ride with, I can go out with, and do whatever it is in life that I want to do. I feel I can do it in this shoe, you know, and telling that story of what the Jordan 1 means to me was so important. You know, everything that I do, from like my videos to my photos, I always want to tell a meaningful and like purposeful story. My story is so unique because I am a bike rider. You know, that similar to your point earlier, that I occupy this space. You know, that I can like bring like what BMX riding is to me to the forefront. You know, so being able to tell my BMX story on this shoe, it's like, man, like, what's the best possible way you can do that? So referencing directly on how I use the shoe. And I put a pair of shoes on right now to ride for a few hours. It looks like a different shoe, right. In the sense that it's all beat up. Because I have no brakes on my bicycle, as you can see. So my brakes are my shoes, so they get beat up like super fast. You know, so like being able to like translate that story onto a new shoe, man, it was a bit of a challenge, but it was exciting. I mean, personally, New York City has really helped me to develop the skill to like navigate through whatever it is that comes in my way, you know, and to adjust, you know, that like I always say like at the line when Peyton Manning got calls audible, you know, like being able to call like that audible, so important, you know, definitely contributes, it definitely has contributed to my success, being able to adjust in the moment and take whatever it is that the world's throwing at me and still be able to create my art, ride my bike, create amazing visuals and even product as well.
That's it for this episode of From the Ground Up. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And while you're there, drop down in the comments down below and let us know what skateboarding sneaker sticks out in your memory as the best or the worst of the style.